Call the meeting to order for September 16th for a regular board meeting. Start with roll call.
Ms. Richards? Mr. Toller?
Here.
Ms. Abrams?
Here.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Present.
Mr. Duncan?
Here.
Mr. Anthony?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Here.
Mr. Piazza?
Here.
Ms. Dominguez?
Present.
Tonight for the Pledge of Allegiance, I've asked Mr. George to lead us. You'll get a better introduction to him in just a few minutes. Mr. George is a World War II vet, served in 1943 to 1946, if I remember right. Very moving stories if you get a chance to talk to him. But we're honored to have you tonight, Mr. George, and we would love it if you would lead us in the pledge. So at this time, if you would, if everybody would please stand. You can do it from right there, Mr. George.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. All right, item C, consider approval of the board minutes from September the 11th, 2025. Do I hear a motion to consider that as read?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Piazza, seconded by Mr. Anthony. Any discussion, changes, or public input? Hearing none, call for a vote.
Voting is open. Let me refresh, okay? Let's do a voice vote. Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Moving into item 2A, recognition. The district bus drivers, I think, is this Ms. Kim, are you going to do this, or Ms. Brandy?
If you don't mind, Mr. President, we still have two bus drivers that haven't run. They can take run the football players to.
Okay, we'll move to item,
Can we switch the items?
we will gladly move to item B and recognize Ms. Trader. And she's going to give us a spiel about a Veterans Day, a big Veterans Day program coming to our parish, as well as introduce us to Mr. George.
Thank you so much. I am so privileged to be here tonight to speak with you about an inaugural event that we have here in Tangipahoa Parish, and it is the Ponchatoula Celebrates Veterans Committee that has been helping organize this event, and it is the first ever Veterans Day parade and celebration in all of Tangipahoa Parish. And while the name is Ponchatoula Celebrates Veterans, it is for our veterans across Tangi. And so I wanted to come speak to you tonight and let you know a little bit about what we are doing and how we are involving our students in this project. And I'm also going to introduce our Grand Marshal in just a few minutes. So I first want to say I am privileged. We have an incredible team that is working. This is a project that I'm spearheading, and I can't think of a more fitting event to have that is going to involve our school students and our community that will be this patriotic. So I've left some flyers at the front. So please grab one when you leave, but I think you're going to start seeing this promotional flyer all over Tangi. I want to let you guys know that on Saturday, November the 1st, there is no LSU football game. And Ponchatoula will be hosting, we will have our Veterans Day Parade. starting at 9:30 in the morning. It's going to roll down Main Street. It will kind of mimic the Strawberry Festival parade, so it'll come out of the Ponchatoula Lions Club, head down Main Street, and it will turn on North 6th Street and head into Memorial Park, which is where they have the Strawberry Festival. And what we are going to do is have about 50 vendors that provide services and resources for veterans. We will have a tribute wall, a classic car show, and live entertainment. And we're going to begin, of course, with a military ceremony. And then we're going to kick off the entertainment with the Victory Bells. So the Victory Bells will be performing, coming from the World War II Museum. We have a gentleman coming from Billy Nungesser's office that has a nonprofit for veterans. It's called Songs of Survivors. So he will be performing, and then we're going to end the day with a 20-piece orchestra that plays big band music from the World War II era. And it's going to be amazing. So the flyer has all of the times, the information in our Facebook page. We encourage you to check that out. And so one of the reasons I wanted to come here tonight is we would love to have Tangipahoa Parish School System veterans participate in our parade. And I have been working with President Tom Toller to get that happening, and as well as some military units within Tangipahoa Parish participating in the parade. But I wanted to come tonight to tell you what we're doing to involve our students. So many of you know that I am an educator, 25-year veteran with the school system. So we have to involve our kids, right? So we've come up with some creative ideas, and I just wanted to share a few of those with you because you're probably going to be seeing and hearing about those here shortly. So first, we're going to start off by encouraging all of our schools to participate in a door decorating or a school bulletin board decorating contest. We will have a group of veterans that would love to judge those, and we would announce our winners at the event. We have banners and signs that are being created by our talented art students. Those will be given to spectators at the parade, and they may say something like, "We love our veterans," "Saluting our heroes," things like that. We also have our digital and social media marketing students under the direction of Mr. James Antoon, helping us with some promotional items as well. We are going to be inviting all of our families, especially our students, to come to the flag raising, which will include etiquette and history. We will be raising the 50 flags in Ponchatoula Cemetery the morning of the event at 8 a.m. And at 8:30, we will be raising the large flag in downtown Ponchatoula. That's about a 70-foot flag. And we love whenever our kiddos come out there and help put that flag out, usually on July the 4th. We are also going to have information stations in the park. We have over 50 partners, including the Tangi Parish Library, the Tangipahoa African American Heritage Museum and Veteran Archives, as well as North Oaks. We will have a special tent where you can come in and meet a veteran, and we are encouraging our high school American history students to come out and interview a veteran, where we would like to then create a journal. Our VFW would like to create a journal of those stories that the students have. We are doing a Seek a Soldier scavenger hunt in downtown Ponchatoula, where kids can go look for those little military toy soldiers, and they will be encouraged to find a veteran. We're encouraging our veterans, wear your hat, wear your t-shirt, but when they find that little Seek a Soldier, they will find a real soldier and thank them for their service. We are also going to have a red, white, and vroom military motors event where we have some military vehicles where students can sit, touch, ask questions to those local participating military units. And we're going to have our high school bands are in the parade, junior ROTC. We have already recruited some of our local clubs for service hours. They will be serving refreshments. They will be helping out with the parade. They will also be assisting some of our older veterans as they get off and get out of their vehicles. I'm also recruiting nurses with the school system because we want to make sure safety is number one. So I've got some great friends that are nurses within the school system that said, "Tell me what you need me to do." And so all of these things combined together, that's just a small way of how we are pulling in our students to be part of this patriotic event. It's going to be a great learning experience. And again, it's taking place in Ponchatoula, but it is for veterans from Manchac, all the way at the bottom of Manchac to Kentwood. We want to encourage you guys to come out. And so having said that, I would like to introduce our Grand Marshal, and this is his first official event. So I'm super excited and honored to have him here in my place of work. 101 years young, World War II veteran who still drives 7 days a week. Mr. George Van Zant, would you please come say a few words?
Thank you so kindly. I will offer all of your clapping it for me, for all the veterans and all the veterans' families who Ms. Strader is trying to set up this beautiful thing for November the 1st. I will do everything in my ability to make it come out the way she wants to come out, and the way to honor everybody in this parish for a number of reasons. The first reason is I'm an interloper. I came here from Jefferson Parish in 1986. And I've learned to live here, and I've learned to do when you're in Rome, you do like the Romans. In the meantime, I'll tell you, a few weeks ago, when she came and asked me to be the marshal, I told her it was with a great honor that I would do this, with one proviso, that the good Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. George, and it's great to have you tonight. We look forward to the event. And thank you, Schrader, for all the work that you're putting into this. It doesn't go unnoticed.
Sounds amazing.
All right, moving on to item C. Dr. Fussell, you have an update for us for the ONCE program?
If their drivers have arrived yet, and want to go first, I'm happy to. I asked to share a little bit with you all tonight, even though the program is still just beginning, because literally when I watched the video, our vendor ONCE, or I want to do a little update on ONCE, our vendor shared with us some of our data and some snippets of our kids and our pairs at work, and I was just crying watching the work of our paraprofessionals who are the instructors for this program, and watching our sweet kindergarten babies who've only been in school, less than 20 days, what they're already doing. So I just wanted to remind you for a minute before we start the presentation. Nope, it's not working. Nothing's working.
The video would not work.
What about the presentation?
What?
Miss City, is it your last night? Is the sound quit working? That's okay.
Sorry, you can't leave. And the
Give me
diligent was down.
all
for
day.
Almost in the entire day.
Well, then you all will have
second,
access to
okay.
watch the, while she's trying to pull it up, I just want to remind you of what the program is. So first of all, ONCE is just for our kindergarten students. And the way we brought the program to the State Department, because in our executive team, the prior year, we've been talking about our paraprofessionals and how we have a large resource in that group. A lot of districts around the country, that's their teacher pipeline. And we've been doing that with Reach University. Well, the email came to Miss Stilley that said, hey, are you looking for a way for your paraprofessionals to really get coached in teaching? That's one of the things, like how to get them coached up. And ONCE does that. So I did a call with them, lovely program. But to use our funding, our State Department had to approve it. And I'm proud to say that they took one glimpse of the program, and actually the assistant superintendent, Dr. Jenna Chasson, said, yes, y'all pilot it, and then we'll see how this looks, because other districts may want this opportunity. So this is the video. I'm going to let you watch the video and then do the rest of the explanation while it's working.
You get to learn a new sound today. I'll read the sound first. Let's read the sound together this time. Now it's your turn to read the sound when I touch under it. Get ready?
Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Good. Again.
Make sure we make it sound like E. Okay? Good. Good job. Now,
The first word is lift. Say it slowly. Lift. Good. Say it fast. Lift. Yes, lift. Like you are strong enough to lift this chair.
With you are so smart. Okay, so guess what? We're going to make another rhyme. We're going to make it rhyme with another word. This time it's going to rhyme with the word and. What's it going to rhyme with?
And.
Yes, it's going to rhyme with and. Okay, put your finger under the circle. Go ahead.
Okay, what did I say?
It's supposed to rhyme with and.
Oh, I gotta say and.
That's right.
And.
There you go. Can you say it fast?
And.
Oh, don't forget this sound.
And.
Okay, so now listen. Man.
Oh, I know. Oh,
Good, you got it.
man.
That's right.
Good.
It.
Don't break it up. Sit.
Sit.
Good.
Say. Sam.
Good.
Eat. Eat.
Good. You corrected yourself. Good.
What's happening in this picture?
Now read the first word. Put your finger under the circle. Go ahead.
What?
Put your finger under the circle. Go ahead. Read that word. Say it again. Okay. Now read that word fast. All right. Yes. See. I see a bird in the sky. Now read the second word. Put your finger under the circle. Go ahead. Now read it fast.
Matt.
Yes, Matt. Like Matt is a person's name.
Yeah, that's my name.
You just you have just read the sentence. See Matt.
What's going on? What is the ram doing?
Because it is the same we did all go to. He does better go to what they are.
Yeah. And what is the rat doing?
Because he does better, he does because he does what they mean.
Oh, okay.
So what we just showed you a snippet of all the sounds through comprehension. So the program is every day. If I'm a kindergartner, I get at least 15 minutes a day of this intervention through our paraprofessionals, who I am so proud of. They had to volunteer. No one was forced to select once. We asked the paraprofessionals who wanted this opportunity. And what you just saw, the recording, that is watched by their coach. So all of our paraprofessionals have a coach who watches how they present it, and then 30 minutes a week, they coach them on tweaking how they support the student. They also watch our students. So they come back and say, hey, this child, try this tweak. So we're getting double, not just the intervention, not just our paraprofessional providing it, but then they're all getting coached on this aligns to the science of reading, of course, letters. I think one of the most rewarding things that we're seeing already, and look, this was a lot of work on behalf of the principals. Like if you have a kindergarten group at your school, you had to change the schedule. You had to do a lot of scheduling because it takes the paraprofessional all day. They see 20 kids every 15 minutes other than their lunch break and their coaching time. So that's a scheduling thing that our principals had to do. But also, what the research shows with this program once, it came out of Stanford, that school systems who use this for kindergartners see a 30% wherever the child would have been coming in, the program assumes they know nothing. Even if they went through pre-K, it works at ground zero and builds up to the last day where they're reading and comprehending. Students who have exposure to this perform 30% higher than they would have without this intervention at all. And that's implementing it at level. When I think we have a lot of excitement around it. I know that we've already had, does a presentation work? I wanted to show our board members of schools. There's another PDF of the presentation. If it doesn't, they could see it. I just wanted them to see the schools. We have some schools who are standouts already. They're hitting their minutes. We had one of our instructors at Spring Creek Elementary who was like the highest in the regional area of the country, because we're the only system in the state doing it. They sent her a certificate because they were looking at how her students are growing already. So you'll see more of the program, but I just wanted you to get a snippet. When you're in a school, or if you have a kindergartner in your home or grandchild or family, just ask them about the work and see what they say. Or if you know a teacher or paraprofessional. The PDF's not working, but you can see, when you open it up, you'll see that we have over 68 of our classrooms fully functional. Where we have a few bumps where we're working at, we need a few more paraprofessionals. So you saw our advertisement go out, because when you got in, you could see what they're doing. They do this all day. It is a lot, like they're getting trained. If it's not something that they are, the paraprofessional is comfortable in, getting coached, then they may say, hey, I'm not sure, but they keep doing it, and we have another training come up to get more people in. Plus, we have more kindergartners than we normally have, so we had to open some additional classrooms, and all of our kindergartners get this. Even our special education students in a self-contained room get exposed to this, because research shows that seeing it, even if they can't articulate it, they see more growth later in their testing. You can flip through. I don't want to read it all, but if you can get to the schools that are showing that's not it. That's definitely not the my part. That looked like money. That's okay though, Miss Cindy. Okay.
There you go.
And I think you noticed, here's our Superstart shout outs that we already see. These are highly functioning. All of their students are getting touched every day. We have some that are still coming on board, but you notice they're reading. So that's a script, and then it's recording at the same time. So there's our kid every day. They're getting their number of sessions, and then our super instructors, and you can see this, and all of them have been recognized by once, and we're going to continue to monitor that and do shout outs in our challenge updates. The schools who are in red, they're not getting their touches. Either they needed additional trained paras, and I say paras, everybody's getting trained, our APs, our curriculum facilitators, because just because somebody's absent, it doesn't stop. Somebody's absent, somebody else steps in, or if there's an overflow, they work through that. But I look forward to continuing to give you some updates, but I just wanted you to see some of those kids probably have really had little exposure to reading. Not all of our kids go to pre-K, and 20 days in, that's what they're able to do from their interventions and, of course, their kindergarten teachers. So thank you for that, and if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer any.
Mr. President.
Good.
Earlier in your talk, you said something about they see so many 20 kids every 15 minutes or something. Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how many kids do they see every?
20 is the limit. They each para, they're called instructors or paraprofessionals. Every instructor, that's their whole day. So they're 300 and whatever minutes, that's just interventions. That's their only job as a paraprofessional. Besides them getting their 30 minutes of coaching and their lunch and their coachings once a week, every 15, and I say 15 minutes, you'll notice in the presentation it says 10 minutes because that's the they're not going to make me sit there longer if it doesn't take me the 15 minutes, but that's the time we block for the child.
They do 20 kids a day?
20 kids, and it's the same 20 kids. Every kid gets it every day.
So are they doing that, or do we have an issue with them not having enough time? They're all hitting it?
I mean, they're getting it, and once has somebody dedicated just to us, Mr. Mike McKenna. He's in our schools, walking around. If you're there, I mean, generally, he's here, he's doing a training. If there's troubleshooting, he really helped us a lot with scheduling. It was a different shift in thinking. You know, like one of my grandchildren, he's really high performing in math, but reading is not his strong suit. Well, he's not going to get his intervention during math during the reading portion of the whole group. But during math, independent work, where he's already successful, that's when he's getting his once intervention. So we're excited about it. It's still new, but I just wanted you to see a little bit. And if you're in one of our buildings with kindergarten, ask to go by and see that in action. Any other questions?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And I'm so proud. If you see any of our paraprofessionals, I mean, they are in 8 different roles this year. They are rolling. We have some other shifts in SPED that they're really stepping up to. But I could just scream from the rooftops how proud I am of all the work of our paraprofessionals.
Good job. Thank you, Dr. Purcell. Ms. Kim, are y'all ready now? All right, come on up. I'd rather hear that than the fun with numbers.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right, I'd just like to thank y'all for the opportunity to recognize the bus drivers. I may be a little biased, but I'm from Amite to Kentwood, Sumner, and I can absolutely state that I have some of the best bus drivers in this parish. And we'd like to recognize a few of them tonight. As you all know, on August the 22nd, Smitty's had an explosion and caught fire, and we had to evacuate the School of Roseland immediately. So I had to personally call each one of these drivers, and a majority of them have second jobs, work in between bus routes, but not one of them told me, I can't right now, I'm in the middle of this, the middle of that. Everyone drops it, I'm on my way. And we had them evacuated out of that school and picked up by their parents here in record time. So everything couldn't have went smoother. They were here to help console the children because a lot of them were upset. Most of them don't ride a bus every day, so it's something new to them. So I just wanted to take time to recognize these drivers. And we do have a news clip. Miss LaSandra Self is one of our bus drivers. She drives 16A, and the news seen her bus sitting outside, so they come to her to interview her. And news tends to report a lot of negativity, and this was a very positive. I want to thank her for how positive she was. Also, the news lady portrayed it very well, and I just wanted y'all to be able to watch this and see her reaction to this interview.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest...
That gave the interview.
Product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Students will not return to Roseland Elementary tomorrow. News 2's Destiny Beasley talked with a school bus driver who says she's already on standby to serve her community.
Residue from the explosion at Smitty Supply still remains on Roseland Elementary. With the school still being in the 1-mile radius of where the explosion occurred, School Superintendent Melissa Stilley says Roseland Elementary is closed. And students living within 1 mile of the evacuation zone are excused from classes until officials say it's safe to return. DEQ and school officials visited Roseland Elementary on Sunday for testing and checking the site. But for other schools in the parish, class will remain in session.
Whenever crisis arise, you need me to do this. Whenever you call, I'm always a team player.
For the past 10 years, Lysandra Self has driven the bus for the school district, and she answered an emergency call for what she could ever imagine.
My supervisor called, my area manager, and she say there has been an explosion at the Tpss Supply, and they're needing to evacuate the Rosa School. Could you get there? And I said, yes, I'm on my way.
When pulling up to the school, Self says she's never seen anything like this before, but Self and her co-workers stepped up, making sure students were safe.
The kids was kind of upset because of the unknown, but we just kind of reassured them that they were safe and everything was gonna be okay.
Although other schools in the parish have to return, Self says she's thankful the school district prioritized health and wellness.
It's all about the kids. It's all about the safety of our children and our community. And I'm just grateful to God that there were no injuries, there was no death.
Her bus covered in soot, Self says she has to take care of business and get ready to pick up her kiddos.
Going to take my bus to get it decontaminated and washed at the parish arena, and just be prepared and ready to roll if I need to roll.
In Tangible Hall Parish, Destiny Beasley, WBRZ News 2.
The superintendent says another update will come out Monday before 2 p.m.
Yay, good job.
She also received a letter from the Lieutenant Governor, Billy Nungesser. And she's going to pull that up. I'll start reading it. Dear Mrs. Self, I would like to thank you for your heroism and constant drive to serve our community. Your actions should not be left unnoticed. Your courage and selflessness in the face of danger are truly inspiring. Your actions serve as testament to the work bus drivers do every day. I wish you the best in the future and hope you enjoy your time as a school bus driver. It is comforting to know our community is protected by such skilled and compassionate people. I have faith that you will do a great job and will serve your community with your best efforts. Signed by Mr. Billy Nungesser. All right.
At this moment, I want to call up the bus drivers because we have a little something for you. There's 7.
Yes. Y'all come up here. We have a certificate, and I also want to thank Mike's Catfish for donating a gift card to each one of them. All right, first one is Miss Annie Dupree. All right, we have Raven Ferrier. Mr. Tyrone Robertson.
Thank you, Mr. Tyrone.
Miss Lysandra Self. Miss Burgett Smith. Miss Kaona Tillman. Coena Tillman. And Mr. Willie Washington.
Thank you, guys. Thank y'all.
Great job. Scary day.
Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Ms. Kim. Said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
All right, let's get some fun with numbers. Financial update on sales tax summary for August 2025.
All this education and bus driver stuff, now the important stuff, finance, right? No,
And tonight, we're glad to have Chris and Miss Sandra here with us so they get to hear numbers again.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. All right, well, I'm excited to be able to report that sales tax continue to be increasing. We've got our August report, and so our 2-cent sales tax was up 8.85% from the prior year. So it's a 7.8% year-to-date increase so far in the 2 months. And then the half penny was up 9.14%, which it was up 10.7 the month before, so it's right at 10% increase for the year. So it would be wonderful if these numbers hold.
Yeah.
Any questions? Shop at home.
Well, no, I'll ask privately, I guess.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll keep moving. That's a pretty picture.
All right. Was that both of those, Jeff? A
Yes.
and B?
Yes, and there's no action needed on those.
Okay. So on over to consider approval of state stipend distribution for the 2,000 for certified employees, 1,000 for support staff to be issued on August the 10th. I'm sorry, October the 10th. Mr. Jeff.
So this is the state stipend. It's required for the board to take action and set when it's paid. The administration is recommending on October the 10th, which is a normal payroll, but they will get 2 separate checks. So you will get your normal payroll check and then the additional check so everyone can see that they get it. I do want to note, if you see Chelsea Signorelli, be sure to give her a big thank you. For the previous 2 years that they've done this, the system has come up about $400,000 short to pay these from what the state sent us. She's worked last year to get it done before October of last year, which is when they use our numbers to get our codes right. So we got the right numbers for all of our people that are getting the 2,000 and the 1,000, and we actually are not having to put any local money to meet this state stipend for the first time. So she got our payroll straight, made sure that teachers were listed as teachers, that administrators were listed administrators, and so a big thank you to her for all the work that she did on that.
Absolutely. So do I hear that in form of a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Piazza made the motion. Seconded by Ms. Dominguez. Any questions?
No, but I wanted to note that I put my name on that way my wife can thank me when I get home.
Good luck.
Yep.
Let us know how that goes.
I will.
Any real questions? Hearing none, no public input, we'll call for a vote.
Voting is open. Showing some of y'all are not connected.
I've voted already. Mine voted.
I'm in. Yes, Miss Cindy.
Voting in progress, a yes for Tom.
Yes, Miss Cindy. Miss Amanda, we got to get used to that.
Mine never come up, but yes. Mine never come up, but yes.
Technology. It's just a system.
Motion passes.
All right. Item B, consider approval of the amended salary schedule for 25 and 26 school year.
The state also requires us to add the stipend into the salary schedule. While we were doing that, Dr. Fassell asked that we make a change on page 4, and it basically is changing the nomenclature. We had said that if you have a Para Pro Plus, there was a stipend, but the function of that is actually for people getting the training, whether they have the Para Pro or not. So we amended that language to whether you're a basic paraprofessional or a highly qualified Para Pro Plus, they get a $750 per semester stipend for doing the training that's required as part of these programs that we're now doing. The other change is by function, we have been paying a daily rate for our bus drivers and our bus attendants. But in the salary schedule, it had an hourly rate, and then the daily rate for bus drivers did not match what we were actually paying. So we've changed that as well, and I'm trying to find which page that is on. Page 24, I hear someone saying, not 24, page 23. It's 24 on the PDF. So the daily rate for bus driver is $113.34, up from $100. Retired bus drivers still get the daily rate at the time of their retirement. And then the bus attendant rate was an hourly rate that's adjusted now to $77.11 per day. And then the last change is on the last page, and that is putting the wording for the $2,000 and the $1,000 stipends.
I'll make a motion to accept those changes.
Motion made by Mr. Dominguez, seconded by Mr. Westmoreland. Any questions?
I do.
Mr. Anthony.
Mr. McNeely, so I know the bus driver's general expectation, I don't know if this is a you question or Mr. Jenko, about a 5-hour workday, correct? That,
I believe so.
expectation, okay, gotcha. So the only question I have, because we're switching it to a daily rate, if they're consistently surpassing a 5-hour or so workday, and ask for additional compensation, how would we figure that out? Just divide the daily by the 5? Because I have seen in the past that we've had issues where somebody might be doing 6.5 hours, et cetera. So would that be the idea? Just, okay, gotcha. And who would I encourage them to see if that does consistently happen? Gotcha. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote.
Voting is open.
Yes for me.
Yes, Ms. Cindy?
Motion carries.
I'm trying to restart mine.
Yep.
Okay, motion carries. Before we go any further, I do want to recognize we had several previous or recovering school board members join us before the meeting tonight to celebrate with Miss Cindy. But I just want to recognize we still have 3 of them here tonight. I missed Miss Ann. I didn't realize she was still in here. But Miss Ann Smith, Chris Coe, and Miss Sandra Simmons. Good to have y'all back. Y'all are welcome anytime. Okay, moving into superintendent's report, I'd ask for a motion. Oh, never mind, go ahead.
I'm asking to refer this. I spoke with Ms. Stilley, and it has to do with cleaning up. When we went to an 8-hour day with 1 hour paid lunch, we need to amend to show that the paid lunch period does not count toward the 40 hours worked for calculating overtime, but part of our practice is also that maintenance employees are paid overtime on Saturdays regardless of that hard 40, and they're paid double time for working on Sundays and holidays. In researching, that's not actually in our policy, it's been a practice, so I'm recommending that we send this to policy to make those changes.
Do I hear a motion to refer? Motion by Mr. Westmoreland.
Second.
Second by Mr. Piazza. Any questions? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote.
Voting is open.
Yes, Miss Cindy.
Yes for Tom.
Motion carries.
Okay. And superintendent has no other input, I'm assuming? Anybody else at the table? Okay, moving into,
I have something to say.
well, we had that on public input,
Okay.
which is, we're going to give you the last word.
Oh, okay.
So we'll start with personal privilege, and we'll start down here with Ms. Abrams.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'd just like to say it's a sad and a happy day. Sad that we're going to be missing. Definitely happy for her and then what the Lord has in store for the rest of her time, and glad to have Miss Amanda.
Thank you. Ms. Rose?
I'm going to say the same thing. I started 6 months after Cindy, and she knew everything before we got here. So she's been amazing, and I've loved working with her. And I'm sure that these 3 women out here will also testify to that, and the ones who left We will definitely miss you, and we wish you well, and we hope that since you only live a block away, you'll come visit or call me, and I'll come visit you sometimes. So, husband, let her retire, okay, Mr. Yulee, so she can retire and not have to work when she gets home. And God bless you for everything you've done and how you've taken care of us. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I may echo the same. Coming in as a new board member is tough enough as it is. I know many people that I got to talk to tonight share that same remarks of the challenges that they met when they were on this board. And coming in as a young board member, very gung-ho, and especially in policy and stuff like that, very lost puppy is kind of the word that I like to use. And Miss Cindy would ring me in and go, "Hey, Joey, you need to put this on paper. You need to get this turned in. You need this." Without that guidance, I wouldn't. You've made my first term go so smooth, and I can't thank you enough for that, Miss Cindy. And I'm going to miss the heck out of you. And I hope you enjoy your retirement. I know you, just talking to some of the board members and people in the back, you're so loved around here. You've touched a lot of lives, and I mean that. And I'm so thankful to got to meet you and get you to guide me in my term. So I'm very blessed to have that. So enjoy your retirement. Thank you to our bus drivers. Thank you, Dr. Fussell, for the Once program. It's amazing to see. Maybe if I had that, I wouldn't have the Southern drawl like I have now. And I just want to say again, you're welcome to my wife for getting that $2,000 stipend tonight, and all the teachers, congratulations, spend it wisely. All the sports staff, enjoy that extra money in your check, put it away. We got holidays coming up. So guys, like I say all the time, we're doing a great job in Tangipahoa. I'm proud of the board we have. I'm proud of our legacy that we come from, seeing our past board members and the staff that are unfortunately leaving us. But I look forward to the new chapter with our new secretary.
Mr. Moore?
Yeah, I first want to extend accommodations to those bus drivers who came to the aid when there was an emergency. They responded without question, and for me that is very commendable to know that we can have employees that we can depend on in that manner. Miss Cindy, I'm gonna pretty much piggyback off what everybody has said. I want to say that it's all true, and that I know that you have pulled my head out of the clouds many times when I didn't know which direction to go in, and I appreciate that. I have my grievances about your retirement, but I think that you have done a pretty fair job of getting our new secretary started. So thank you for all of that, and thank you for all that you've been in my tenure.
So I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen the YouTube video with the with like this little herd of cats, and the little kittens are always like running off, and then somebody's over there putting the little kittens back into the little thing, and then the other one runs off. And so that's really, just so y'all know, that's really what this board is like, absent a Miss Jenkins. And it's only because of her that she makes us all look good up here. She does an excellent job of keeping us organized, keeping us, making us look good. We're always giving her trouble and difficulties and complications, and she gently guides us back into place. And you've heard all of that. But the other thing I just want to mention is, she gets credit for some things that I would consider a major accomplishment of this board over her time. Before Ms. Jenkins, we did not have this electronic system where the general public has the ability to log on at any time and see every single agenda, every minute entry in a very organized fashion, which of course makes, is very transparent. Ms. Jenkins oversaw that, which was a very, very huge task. She had to make sure that we all got trained, and then once she kind of got us to where we knew what we were doing, the board docs company sold to another company, and she had to train us on another version of it. And so she gets credit for that. She was also part of the ability for us to broadcast live our meetings. She helped to make sure that happened, and again, makes us look good. So, and that's in addition to everything else you've heard about all the things that she does for us. So we will miss you greatly, and of course that's only a few of the great things that you've been a part of, and we appreciate that. Of course, we've also all been through lots of cyber attacks and hurricanes and fires, and you guided us through all of that. So we appreciate you, and we're going to miss you. So thank you.
Anthony?
Thank you. I don't know what I can say that everybody else hasn't, but we are going to miss you, of course. And I was thinking, if, as vice president, maybe I could propose a vote. Unanimous support means she has to stay at least to the end of our terms. This term, one more year. No, I'm just kidding. But no, really, it's just like Joey said. As a new board member, you come in here completely clueless, and you've just been so kind and helpful and patient. And also classy. I talked about Amanda today, and she said, Amanda's going to be better than me. And I was like, I don't know. Well, it's yet to be seen, but it's just, she's not leaving and I'm throwing any shade. She's encouraging you, and I think she's giving you the right tools that you'll need to take care of us. And that's what Miss Cindy has done, is take care of us. So thank you very much. We're going to miss you. And we're also excited to have Amanda and get to see how well you trained her. So, all right. But she said she's got you on speed dial just in case.
Tom, I would like to say, I said my goodbyes to you the last meeting, but Miss Janice wanted to let you know how much you meant to her as well, and dinner and drinks one night, all of us together.
When I first got on the board, I asked Miss Cindy, I don't know if she remembers this, I said, what do you want me to call you, Miss Cindy or Cindy? Because I don't know her age, I didn't want to know, but, she's a lady. And she said, whatever you want to call me. Well, it didn't take long working with her to realize I still call her Miss Cindy, because she started barking at me and telling me what to do and how to do it, which is exactly what her role is. So it's always been Miss Cindy ever since that. So Amanda, I'm going to start off with Amanda, but it may turn into Miss Amanda, depending on how
you bark.
I've needed every bit of instructions that Miss Cindy's ever given me, and I appreciate that. I really do. A little bit of business before I close this out and we get into the other part. And I said I wanted to bring this up. I know I sent some text out from the football game. We had a good football game at Sumner this last Friday night, Sumner versus Kentwood. Always draws a big crowd. This week we have Sumner versus Laranger. Once again, it will be a big crowd. I know I have preferences on the cashless versus not cashless and all the different things, but we have got, I'm asking, and I've talked to Ms. Dilley about this, and I want to talk to Coach Jinko about this, put his coach hat on. A lot of times our principals are, every day our principals are overworked, there's no doubt. The principals are worried about security at a ball game, they're worried about students, they're worried about the flag getting going at the right time, they're worried about 15 things. And if you ever watch Coach Fussell at Sumner, he is walking 90 miles an hour everywhere. So they can't really run everything. But the gate, we have got to get the gate right at our schools. And I encourage you to go to your schools in your area and look at the gate and see how it's flowing. Because at 7:30 Friday night, we still had a line waiting to check in with prepaid tickets. People were aggravated because they bought tickets ahead of time, expecting this to go smooth. They get there and there's one person with a cell phone, because that's all we can get working, to scan the thing. So, everybody's upset about it. The parents are upset. So what I'm encouraging us to do, and this is why I guess I'm addressing this toward Mr. Jinko, is if we could step back and help our principals by looking at a football game as a business transaction, looking at it from the standpoint that this is probably the biggest chance for our community to show off our school to the public. This is when the most people come to our campus. Are we doing everything that we can to support the principals and showing our school? I know the issues with having cash. I understand that part. But there's nothing that makes us look worse than to have a line all the way out to the road with parents and people upset because they can't even get into a ball game and they missed the first quarter. So we have got to treat our ball games as an event where it's business and we are catering to the people. Because I think a lot of times we look at it as everybody that comes in the gate, that's another person we got to put up with. But it's not. Everybody that comes in that gate is a taxpayer, it's a mom, it's a grandparent, it's a community member that's coming to our school. And for instance, I went to St. Helena to a ball game. I like St. Helena. I drove 3 times around the stadium trying to find somewhere to park. There's no signage. There's nowhere to take, because everybody's got our schools now down to where it's one entry for security, and I understand that. But when you're a visiting person coming into one of our schools, we need to make sure we have signage in place, make sure we have wayfinding, everything there is, so that when they leave our campus, they're excited and they feel like they got their $10 worth or whatever it is to get into a game. That's my soapbox. I really would like to see us, like I said, I'm not pointing my finger at the principals. The principals have got enough on their plate. I think we as an admin are to support our principals to come up with, hey, look at this. Can you move the gate over here? What can we do to make it more efficient and a better experience for the customers? Does that make sense? So I encourage y'all to go to your ball games this weekend. Go to ball games, look at the gate, and see if there's things that we can do to help streamline the experience for our customers. Joey?
And just to piggyback on that is to make sure that we're also complying with safety as well. I mean, I know a lot of, and you said it a while ago, we got one entrances in and out of that, out of a lot of our stadiums. To have an emergency exit that we could open at a time to funnel people out if need be is another thing that I see a lot of when I go to the games. And it's natural because we now have metal detectors and stuff like that, which is great. I think we're doing a great job with the security part. But we need to also consider if there was an event of an issue, like an emergency, having everybody funnel out that same gate is going to cause a lot of issues. Making sure we have in place emergency protocols to those facilities or those venues to be able to funnel people out of in different areas.
That may result in us having to get some emergency hardware to where the gates are locked, but if you ever panic button, if you hit a panic bar, you're able to get out of chain link gates.
And you might be able to do it to where there are multiple entrances. I know like at Punchtool High, when we have a really big game with some rivals, we'll have 2 sets of entrances where Hammond will enter in this side and Punchtool will. Maybe that's something we need to look at across the board for all of our schools and say, hey, we're going to have 2 entrances. That'll be also our 2 exits, and we may have 1 extra in the back that we use for emergencies.
Okay.
Just good idea.
Any last alibis before I'm going to go ahead and move public input up, if y'all are okay with that.
Of course.
Okay. Then public input, we have 2 for tonight. The first one, Mr. Horace Martin, speaking about the Amite High homecoming. Sir, come on up. Yeah, come on up to the mic. Tell us your name, and the floor is yours.
Good evening, everybody. Appreciate y'all having an opportunity to be able to speak on behalf of Amite High School. Again, my name is Horace Martin. I'm the president of Amite Alumni United. Our slogan, we started this alumni organization in 2015, and our slogan is, we are one, together united, for the good of all concerned. So this is specifically about our homecoming and preserving a new tradition that we started in 2018. In 2018, myself along with a few of my board members came to this very office here and spoke with Superintendent Stilley about trying to reinstill pride and spirit back in our school. I had seen that it had become lacking. I'm from Amite in the 90s, early 90s, graduated in 95, part of the first state championship since integration, and I remember how the school, how it looked. And because of my background and my family's efforts in the community, I guess that rubbed off on me being the first grandchild. I didn't know I was gonna be back home in Amite at this time in my life, but I guess God saw something different. So when I came back, instead of just sitting on the bench, I decided I wanted to be a part of trying to help. So of course, we've done several things inside of our school system, from Roseland Montessori to Amite Elementary to Westside to Amite High School. And I wanted to make sure that it was very clear that we were not a booster club. Much as I love football, I also was an academician. And I graduated in the top 10 of my high school class too. So I wanted to make sure that we focused on everything with all students, give them opportunity to try to be the bridge between school and home. And so we've been doing that, and one of the ways I decided that I wanted to help restore some spirit and community pride in the school was to create a homecoming atmosphere that would allow a lot of people who have moved away to come back home for some kind of event once a year at least to put their eyes on our schools. The schools can't do everything, school board can't do everything, but a lot of the best schools that I see in this state and out of state have a very strong alumni body. So I decided to start promoting that. 2018 was the start of that, and I thought it was awesome. I actually got to see my original high school coach, Coach Hendry, Gary Hendry. That was my last time seeing him, but he got a chance to be there with a lot of his former players, Michael Carr, my uncle Curtis Spears. Carlton Buckles had a bye week that week at Baylor. He was here, everybody was here, and I saw him. And then he cried when he saw his former players, hugged them. So it kind of reiterated what homecoming was all about. It's not really just about party and festivities. It was also a way to help bring some revenue to our school. So the first 2 years, we didn't charge for the tent spaces in the parade. We were just trying to make everybody aware and get them to want to come back home. After that, in 2019, we started charging so the schools can make some money. And since then, it's gone all the way from 69, which was the integration, to the current class. So this year will be the class of 25 that just graduated. They all participate now. And originally, the young kids never did it. They just show up, but now they organized to do it. So then I said, well, how can we help the school? We don't have as much business support in our schools that we used to have. So one way that I knew that we can all help, we may not have a person that can donate a $10,000 check, but we can all contribute if we do it together. So we started charging for that, and we started charging for the parade entry fees. How did we do that? Well, one of the things that I communicated with Superintendent Steele at that time was to move our homecoming back to Friday with the parade. The parade had a disconnect on Thursday evening at 4:30. Nobody was home. Students have been dismissed since 2:45. It was hard for them to get back to town, and the homecoming court would just go around in the parade with nobody there to really witness them. When I was in school, half a day kicked it off. It kind of created an atmosphere on the campus. Current students are combining with the alumni family, working together in unison, partnering. Ideas are being shared. There are resources that other alumni family brings back home, and they share during those times. And I started noticing what it was starting to do. I had one person, several people, but I always remember this story. It was a gentleman named Mr. Charles Higginbottom. He said he graduated from Amen High School in 1970-something. He said he hadn't been home since 1970-something when he graduated, walked off the stage. But he said that he had been watching and following me on social media, and my passion for my school, it kind of invigorated him to want to come back home. So when he came back home, he said that it did so much for his spirit to see classmates that he hadn't seen in a very long time, and to reconnect, because sometimes when you're out of sight, you're out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. But what it really does is it brings people who have the resources back to one place at one time for one common cause. And the fun is the attraction, but it's really deeper than just the fun. So what we're able to do is that week we generate over it's close to 60 classes now that all buy spaces. And I've increased it steadily over the years. You can't put it on them at one time. I know how we work, so I just ease it on them. Keep creating atmosphere, create the desire for it, they'll start paying a little more. So they pay the school with a QR code directly to the high school. I don't have the school to do nothing. The school don't have to go out there and do a thing besides just allow us to be there. We paint the field. I pay for people to come all the way from Memphis, Tennessee to paint the field for homecoming because we don't get that done weekly no more like they used to. We stripe the field and organize it by decades so the classes are in chronological order. So you're next to the class that you would have been in school with. After we do that, we have created the parade. Our parade was very lacking. We didn't have much because we didn't have a band. We know St. Helena and Kentwood was known for great parades. They inspired me, but I wanted to do it our way. Our parade has grown to over 120 entries, over an hour and a half long. So that's been going on for the last 7 years. It steadily increasing. And I understand that it's always going to be some ways that you can adjust, fix, make better. And that's my plea, is to consider having it be a part of the culture. For not A Meat High specifically, we don't want a provision, we don't need no exceptions. I'm asking to make it the rule, so the parish, so that we look forward to that, because it's just 2.5 hours of dismissal. By having it dismissed early, it gives us opportunity to allow our itinerary to flow very strategically. Dismissal at 11:20 or whatever time it is, parade starts around 12, city is blocked, the parade route is blocked off by the police. We come back to the campus about 1:30, 1 o'clock. We start tailgating from that time to game time, and then it concludes on. If we have to come on campus after 3:30, because you got to wait till the last bus is dismissed, if we don't get the half a day that we've been getting, then it's going to go into your tailgating time and traffic for the incoming traffic for the game that evening. So then you pretty much will be not able to do the parade at all on Friday evening. And I think it'll be a little bit unfair for the students who've been seeing it for 7 years, waiting for their turn to be on their homecoming court, parents getting ready to get dressed and stuff for their children. And if it was taken away, that's over 100 and some entries, and only growing, of people that pay the school directly to be in the parade, and the fees vary depending on what size float they have in the parade. So
Let me stop you, Mr.
Go
Moore,
ahead.
because we're out of time.
I'm sorry.
I'll let you go over a little bit.
I'm sorry, appreciate that.
Because we wanted to hear what you had to say,
Thank
because we're all concerned about this. Have you had a chance, we're not going to engage back and forth.
Correct.
That's not what we do during public input, but have you had a chance to speak to Ms. Richard?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because I think we probably need to have a conversation with her and see where we can go with this and talk with the administration. I don't mean to cut you off.
No problem. I understand. I really do.
I do need to adhere to our rules of public input, but we do appreciate your input.
Thank you.
And you have been heard.
Just, I guess, a point of information. When is A Meet's homecoming? When do we need to get
It's October the 31st.
Okay, so we got a little bit of time to
Yes.
get this figured out.
And I did submit the formal online form with the letter. I just never heard nothing back. So, but I thank y'all for your time.
Well, look, last, before we dismiss you, I want to say I appreciate your support and I appreciate your help back in our schools.
Thank you.
Because we need alumni organizations in our schools. We need former students to come back and celebrate with the new students. And at my school, I know we've been tailgating, and it's growing every football game. The numbers are getting bigger and bigger, and it's a big part of school spirit. So
Yes.
thank you for what
Appreciate
you do.
that. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Ms. Moore.
All right, one more public input, and that would be Ms. Cynthia Jenkins. Make sure to start her clock.
It's okay, it's all right. Okay. As I say my goodbye, I find myself reflecting on just how meaningful this journey has been with you. I've had a lot of great experiences here, and each one of you have left a mark on my life. And for every board member, past and present, I've learned something valuable. Each of you brought a different strength, and working with you has given me opportunities to grow in ways I have never expected to. I am grateful for the lessons learned, whether through challenges, conversations, or shared successes, or conferences. And to our superintendent, I know you're watching. I want to say a special thank you. Your leadership has always inspired me to do better, to grow, and to look at things differently, and it has made me want to rise to the occasion every single day. And for that, I am truly thankful. This role has been more than a job. It's been an opportunity to serve, to learn, and to be a part of something that's bigger than me. It's been an honor to support you and to witness firsthand the dedication you all have for our students, our schools, and our communities. And as I leave with a full heart and deep gratitude, I will always look back on this time with appreciation and pride. And I'll continue cheering on all the wonderful things that this district will accomplish in the future. I am thankful for Amanda. Y'all, she's wonderful. And I just don't say that about everybody, but she is going to do an amazing job for y'all and take this position to the next level. I want to thank you for the trust you've placed in me and the kindness you have shown and the opportunities you have given me. I will treasure them always. It's been great, y'all. We've had a lot of fun, a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but it's been real. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Cindy, well said. I'll entertain a motion at this time to enter executive session for, I believe, just item D, if I'm not mistaken.
Here's my motion.
Motion made by Mr. Anthony, second by Mr. Westmoreland. All in favor? All opposed?
Channel 17, proudly serving the Florida parishes.
All right, Tangipahoa Parish School Board coming out of executive session with no action to report or no action needed to move on. Hearing no other items, we will adjourn the meeting.